The New York Knicks are on the road in Indiana to take on the Pacers. It is Game 4, Eastern Conference Finals. My best bets are on the way. Yesterday, I showed up and I gave you a winner. That's what I've been doing the last few days. 1-0 day. Anthony Edwards under in threes. A lot of the comments didn't like it, and it was probably the most sweat-free bet on the board. He made one three-pointer, and the first one came with 6 minutes left in the fourth. It doesn't get easier than that. I showed you all the clips yesterday. They weren't going to give up those pull-up jump shots, and they didn't. And he soared under. We love to see it. Unders and threes, I think, are 36-9 this season. We've been dominating that market. Something we'll have to tap into maybe more next year. But let's dive into our picks today. I only have one once again. We're trying to go 1-0 for the 6th straight day. We did cash day 1 of the ladder challenge. We'll have to get surgical because this series has given us some problems for the ladder. We'll dive into that in just one moment. At the end of the video, we will talk about some other player prop leans that I love. And remember, we'll be talking about them on Underdog Fantasy. You can sign up using my code COS. They give you a deposit match up to $1,000, and they'll give you this Jalen Brunson free pick. Again, we've talked about Underdog. Here's all the states that is available in. And speaking of Jalen Brunson, he is actually the person that my best bet of the day is on. Dun, 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 dun. It is Jalen Brunson over 29.5 points. Getting in my bag for this one. No, I'm not. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you to take a Jalen Brunson over. But I really think this is a great matchup for him and a great bounce back spot for him. And a spot where I think he has to score 30 or the Knicks have no chance of winning. This is -110 on BetMGM, a half unit play. Let's talk about Brunson, who struggled in game 3. He had 23 points. He shot 6 for 18. He was not benched. He was in foul trouble, but honestly, the second unit was playing so well without him. They kept him on the bench for a few more minutes. That will not be the case tonight. I'm here to report Karl Anthony Towns. He will not be doing anything tonight. The Pacers will switch up their defensive game plan on Cat. They will slow him down. If I were to guess, Pascal Siakam becomes Cat's primary defender. I'm not even sure how much Miles Turner plays because he's kind of been a liability on defense in some possessions. I wouldn't be shocked if they maybe go small and they combat the Knicks double big lineup with a fast-paced Obi Toppin, Pascal Siakam type lineup. So again, I don't see Cat having a big day. Mikal Bridges, that man does not show up on the road. OG Anunoby, I can't count on him either. So again, a lot of usage is being funneled to Brunson tonight is my guess. And we're all just guessing at the end of the day. In games 1 and 2, we know Brunson had big games. He scored 43 in game 1, 36 in game 2. He shot 25 and 27 times, 14 and 5 free throw attempts. We know, love him or hate him, he's great at getting to the free throw line, which we love for our pick tonight. Look, at the end of the day, I think this is a volume game for Brunson, and it's a system play. We talked about Brunson, a COS Hall of Famer. Why? Because we typically back him coming off bad games. That's been a system year over year. When Brunson has a bad game, shoots 30-ish%, you back him the next game because he rarely has back-to-back games where he sucks. And sure, that's maybe in the regular season. Postseason's probably going to carry over. We've seen this season when Brunson attempts 20 or more field goal attempts, which he did not get in game 3. With 23 points, I think he shot 18 times. 20-plus shots, he's done that in 36 games this season. Over this line, and 61% of them averaging about 32.5 points per game. Last season, over in about 68% of games, averaging about 33. Brunson, in his career, 11 career games versus the Pacers when he's attempted 20 or more shots, including last year, the postseason, all that. He's gone over 9 of 11 games. His 2 misses, 28 and 26 points. So at the end of the day, the Pacers are going to live with Jalen Brunson beating them. They don't want Cat to get going from deep. They don't want anyone else to get going on the Knicks. It is Brunson. They will willing to live with him shooting contested twos against their good defenders. I think they'll live with that. And again, I think the usage will be plentiful for Jalen Brunson. He'll play a ton of minutes tonight. One side note, Aaron Nesmith, who I argue is their best perimeter defender for Brunson, currently battling that ankle injury. He's not going to be 100%. He probably suits up, but again, not 100%. Have fun guarding Brunson, who's probably going to use that to his advantage if maybe Nesmith doesn't suit up, or maybe he gets Nesmith into foul trouble, or maybe he gets re-injured. You'll again see Ben Shepherd and Andrew Nembhard, 2 guys that I think Brunson can really body them. I really like Brunson's over in points. We'll try to turn our 5-0 run into a 6-0 run. Jalen Brunson will do just that tonight. Take his over in points, 30-plus, high line. I get it. He'll show up tonight. He probably puts on a similar performance that SGA did last night, getting to the free throw line, doing whatever he can to get his team a win because, OKC didn't want to go back home tied 2-2. The Knicks are trying to go back home tied 2-2, and it's going to be on the back of Brunson to do his job tonight. Let's dive into some more player props that I really like. I'm only going to stick to one official pick, but I do want to look at a couple other props and talk about this game a little bit more, and then we'll get into my favorite spread lean, Trina's pick, etc. A reminder, we'll be doing this on Underdog Fantasy. Use code COS, link in the description. Again, I appreciate anyone that uses that link. A lot of you guys have. Again, use it. Again, here are all the states that Underdog is available in. So if it's in your state, you should sign up. You get a free deposit match bonus. You get a free pick. You only have to deposit $10 for all I care. Let's dive in. Here's a couple other plays that I looked at. Brunson's in here once again. The other 3 likes. I'll start at the bottom. Siakam, less than 6.5 rebounds. My man Jabba Steven is on this. I like that play. He did, not the reason I took it here, but I did check out his video and I saw he was on it. So if you want a full length analysis for that, go check out his video, Just a Bet Outside. We love him here. But again, I think he switched on to Cat. And I think that that's going to take him out on the perimeter. Not a lot of rebounds to come. Tyrese Halliburton, I think he has a big game. In the ladder challenge, I might take his PRA line. Like I said, I think they play small. If they play small, the other guys are going to have to box out. So I see some upside in Halliburton rebounds. He's going to have to score, and they're going to play fast today. Talk about that more in a second. Karl-Anthony Towns, his regular 3-point line is 1.5 juiced on the over. I like the less than at 2.5. I just can't see them giving up wide open looks from deep. They'll stay on him. I really like this. $20 on this turns into over 100. Again, sign up for Underdog. Use my code COS or the link down below. $1,000 deposit match and that Jalen Brunson free pick for him to get 1 point. You only get the free pick using that code. Let's now talk about my lean, and then we'll get to Trina's pick. My lean for this game, and yesterday's lean on the under, wasn't me. No, that was disgusting. That game never stood a chance of going under after that first half. I really like the Pacers' first half team total over 56.5. I'd go full game. I'd lean the Pacers probably, but I think in the first half they come out gunning. They had a really bad second half. What they score? 42 points in that second half. I think they come out speed mode against the Knicks. The Knicks likely go back to that Mitchell Robinson and Cat lineup. And if I'm the Pacers, we're running up and down on them. Force the Knicks to play fast and play in transition. Because that's the Pacers game. They got out of that game in that game plan in the second half of game 3. They'll get back to it today. I think they'll be running up and down. Sure, they'll have to score a good amount of points to get to 57, but I do think that it's a fast-paced game. I think the Pacers put up 60 in the first half, so that's what I would lean for a game pick. I think the Pacers just run up and down. That's what they need to do. Maybe we see more Obi Toppin, less Miles Turner. Just get out in transition. Don't let the Knicks set up. And also they have the bigs. The bigs are going to be slower getting down the court. You saw the Pacers take advantage of that in the first half of game 3. They didn't do much of it in the second half. I think they scored 57 or more in the first half. Will be my game pick. Again, just the lean. Leans are fun. We talk about it. Finally, we wrap up the video with Trina's POD. Yesterday, she took Chet's under. I tried to tell her that I didn't like it, but I'm not getting in the way of her research, which is just her picking out a number. It is some fun for me because she gets to watch it and root on or root against whoever she's betting on an over and under. Today she's an over, and I hate it. I hate the pick, and I would honestly fade it. If I were you, it would be Cats over in points plus assists, 22.5, 23.5. She picked it. She did this in game 3 and got a miracle. I get it. He was in foul trouble, and people are going to say, oh, he's going to not be in foul trouble. You can't guarantee no foul trouble for Karl-Anthony Towns. You can't. And I already talked about it. I just don't think it's a good matchup. So that's her POD. I told her after she picked it that I hated the pick. So I'd probably fade it, honestly. But we'll see how she does. But as for my official pick, we're just going Jalen Brunson's over in points, hoping to go 1-0. A ladder challenge, if I'm going to talk about it, Brunson will probably be in there for 22, 23 points. Halliburton, I might involve him with some PRAs. We'll see what line we can get him at. 34.5 is a town high. But I might get in there for, I don't know. We'll figure that out. Other guys, though, I might fade Cat. He might be my prime fade example. I'm not going to fade Pascal. He already sucked the last game. Not going to go back to it, but I'll probably be fading Karl-Anthony Towns. I don't know what we'll find him at, but I'll probably get involved with the Cat fade. But I'll figure that ladder out in a little bit. Well, I know Brunson. I guarantee you Brunson points is probably in there because I got to stick to my best reads. It's my best read of the day. It's been smacking. We got to put it in there, at least in the ladder. What was yesterday? We had Anthony Edwards under in points. I would have done his under in threes, but they don't let you same game parlay those. And that was about as sweat free as it gets. We didn't even have to sweat. I had 4 points at halftime. Brunson will have a big game today. Mark my words. 30, 35, 40. What are even the odds on a 40 plus? What are the odds on a 40 burger for Jalen Brunson? It's like plus 450 or something stupid like that. That probably pissed me off. Let's go look at this. And then I'm getting out of here. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday and a great week. Hopefully you had a great Memorial Day long weekend. And I know you guys are probably returning back to work. Like, this sucks. Jalen Brunson will help you ease the pain of going back to work. 40 plus for JB is plus 500. I'm just saying. Either way, have a great day. Go Knicks. I need this game to be tied 2-2. Probably won't be. But either way, have a great day. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow, hopefully recapping another winning day. Hopefully Mr. Brunson does that. I'll have the ladder challenge posted in a few hours. Have a great day. Go check out the MLB video. Somewhere linked on the screen. Have a day. See you in the next one. Peace.